Hi everyone, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Temilola Ajayi. This is a space where we learn, we grow, we stretch our mind, one book, one thought, and one habit at a time. Yes, so for this month, I'll be sharing lessons from one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits by James Clear. So this book is a book that completely reshaped how I think about growth, consistency, and transformation. And I'm so excited to take you on this journey with me. So, we're going to start with chapter one. Chapter one of this book, it talks about the surprising power of atomic habits. Yeah. So, James Clear reminds us in this chapter one that real change doesn't come from one big step, but from small daily improvement. He calls it the compound effect of self improvement. Now, just like our compound interest grows our money, yeah, small habits grow your life. Like if you get 1% better each day, those tiny improvements they add up to something very powerful. Now think about it. If you pray consistently, your prayer life improves. If you save a little daily, over time your finances they get better. Or even if you read 2 pages of a book every night, something changes within you. So over time, your life changes completely. Now I remember when I started my foundation, the Temilola Foundation for Women and Children. It all started as a small act of kindness. I was visiting women within my neighborhood. I was sharing gifts, listening to their stories. I had no idea it was going to grow into what it is today. Yes, that's the beauty of small beginnings. When you stay consistent, it compounds over time. So now let's go to the lesson of chapter one. The key lesson here is that you don't just have to make drastic changes to see progress. Yes, focus on building systems, not just setting goals. So many of us, we just like to set goals. We don't build systems around those goals, and eventually we just see that we lose motivation at the end of the day. So don't just say you want to read more. For instance, if you want to start reading, don't just say you want to read more. Just create a system that says I'll read for 10 minutes every night before bed. If you want to improve your health and you want to start exercising, don't just say I'm going to start exercising. Say, okay, I'm going to start taking a walk 1 hour or 30 minutes before I go to work. So systems sustain what motivation starts. Yes. So here is our Wisdom Wednesday challenge. Pick one area of your life and where you want to grow, and start with one tiny habit. So when you start with one tiny habit, it could be journaling daily, it could be drinking water before, like maybe when you wake up in the morning, it could be praying before going to work. Like you could just start, maybe you want to start a simple prayer life. You could just be praying before going to work, or maybe reading a few pages every night before you sleep. But one thing you should remember is the magic is consistency. Yeah, so that's all for chapter one of this book, Atomic Habits, by James Clear. If you don't have a copy, I will encourage you to get one. So, and we're going to be stopping here today. So, thank you for joining me on my first episode of Wisdom Wednesday. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment and subscribe. So I'll be back next Wednesday to review and discuss on chapter 2 of this lovely book. So until then, keep growing, keep believing, and remember, small steps create big change. See ya.